Hello. Don't be afraid. I brought a helper today. I'm going to demonstrate the following situation. This here is too short. Are you afraid of it? We'll be talking about the fact that it's not as bad as you think, and at the end of the video, we're going to show you 2 exercises, and we're going to do them in a way never seen before. So, I'm really interested in learning if you have a leg that's too short. Do you wear shoe inserts? Do you have a pelvic tilt? Do you have pain in your knees or hips? Write to me, to us, so we can help you, and let us know about your motivation. Let's have a brief look at how this situation starts in the first place. With most people, their short leg is not the result of their bones being too short, or because of an accident or an operation that followed it. Most legs are too short because here in the hip, the head of the thigh bone, the ball in that ball and socket joint design, is too deep into the hip socket because this bone is pulled in by muscles, and this pull varies on both sides, and on whichever side this upward pull is stronger, that leg is of course shorter. So that would be a bad idea if you put something underneath your foot, an insert for example, because this would kind of lock this misalignment in place, and you couldn't get rid of it anymore. It's much better to say, if there's muscles that make the leg shorter because it gets pulled in, then it would make perfect sense to relax these muscles, and we're going to show you how. There are plenty of muscles around the hip joint. 2 of them are of special importance, and they shouldn't resist too much and thus make your leg shorter. And to counter these tensions and shortened muscles, we're going to do the 2 exercises I talked about earlier. Exercise number 1. Paulina, please get on all 4s. You at home, please do the same on all 4s, please. So that your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Back up a little bit with your butt, not your feet. And then spread your knees as far apart as possible with your feet still touching each other. Feet together and knees apart. Feet together and knees apart. And now, the important thing is that you don't let your stomach drop, but bring your groin down, exactly at the level of your hips, your hip joint. Slowly lean into the stretch, and you could feel it mostly on the inside of your thighs. And Paulina, slowly lean into the stretch. Get your body used to it, and then increase the stretch a bit. You could support this with your breathing. Breathe in and hold your position, and on your exhale, advance your stretch a bit. Because breathing out means you are relaxed. Drop lower, but careful not with your stomach, but with your groin, meaning your butt and not your back. We do this for a little while to develop a good stretch, above 8 on your personal pain scale, where the stretching pain is rather severe, but don't exceed 10, where breathing would be compromised and you would muscle guard to be able to bear the pain. Not too much, Paulina. You should still be able to take it, still a positive pain, still somehow enjoyable. And now we're going to do something to intensify this. Now go and press your knees as hard into the floor as you can without raising your butt even a centimeter. Push really hard, really hard, really hard, like you would in a strength exercise. Go for it. Now the tensions are being released. Your brain is being freed up as regards the pain signal programs. Stay like this and lower your pelvis, your butt. Now you can feel the stretch intensifying. And let's wait for a moment until we have made good use of all the relaxation happening now, thanks to pushing your knees into the floor. Deep breaths in, and on your exhale, lower your groin a bit more. Always check that your stomach stays up and your groin goes down. And now you start again by pushing your knees into the floor as hard as you can, but remember, your butt stays up really hard, 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 and release. And go for it again. You could feel how you could lean even deeper into the stretch, right? And make use of this. Deeper into the stretch, deeper. Stay under 10, meaning to the point where the pain is so intense that you would want to stop it. Okay, and now we'll release Paulina from that position. Very slowly move out of it. It's not easy, but that's perfectly normal. Sit and rest a bit. That was our first exercise in this routine. The next exercise is mostly for your butt, your glutes, because there is too much tension in there, which also pulls up your leg a lot. Paulina, please put one leg forward in a way that creates a 45-degree angle between your thigh and your calf. Why don't you scooch up a bit? Great. And extend the other leg backwards, resting on the back of your foot. And now, lower your upper body forward, using your hips, and get a stretch going in your right butt cheek. That's easy, right? You at home, if this position already starts a stretch in your butt, then stay like this for the exercise. If it's not, then get up like Paulina and open the angle of your leg to a right angle, 90 degrees. Okay? And lower your upper body again. And now I would think the stretch is a lot more intense. Let me show you the third position again. Please get up and move your right foot even further up. You can, of course, use all the angles in between. Wherever you could feel, the pain is intense now. That should be enough. Lower your upper body again. Paulina's making a funny sound. Now we're talking good stretching pain. That would be Paulina's exercise angle. We'll be holding this for a moment. Use your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you breathe out, try to drop lower just a bit more. You at home, and Paulina here too, you could try different angles with your upper body. Move right or left. I assume moving to the right hurts more, yes? And now, push your right foot into the floor as hard as you can. Your front foot into the floor. Harder, harder still, even harder. Not too bad, but go close to the line where it becomes almost unbearable. That's where you're going to get the biggest effect. Relax briefly, and then go at it again. Turn your hip a bit more, lower your upper body even deeper, and visualize as your goal, this leg must become longer. Lean into it more, and push your foot again into the floor to increase the effect. Take deep breaths, and again, push your right foot into the floor as hard as you possibly can. As hard as you can. Harder, harder, even harder. Bit harder. And relax. And increase the stretch, meaning lower your upper body even more. Turn your hip a bit more. You could feel something's happening, right? Lower your left hip if this is the side you're working on. If your problem leg is the other one, then work on the left side, of course, and not on the right one. And slowly leave the position. Slowly, and we get up and sit back and relax. And that finishes our exercise. After the exercise, you should walk around a bit so that your system gets used to the new situation and normalizes. And I'm pretty sure if you could measure your height, maybe someone's around to help you, you would measure 2 more centimeters in the length of your leg. It's not really longer because it was just pulled out of the hip joint into its normal position. If you like this video, tell others and we'd be happy about a thumbs up too.